Hi, my name is Katie, and I'm the driver for the session, and I'm here with Pierre, who is my navigator for the session. So today we are covering chapter 4, which was importing and exporting data. So there is a try to self activity that I will be going over. So here it is. So try to self continue your explanation of data import and export with these exercises. Write number one, write a with statement to include with copy to handle the import of an imaginary text file whose first couple of rows will look like this. Number two, using the table US counties 2010 you created and filed in this chapter, export to a CSV file with the 20 counties in the United States that have the most housing units. Make sure you export only each county's name, state, number of housing units. And then number three, imagine you importing the file that contains columns with these values. So now we are going to do it ourselves. So over here in PostgreSQL, um, okay, over here we've got the create table. Basically this just sets up a simple table named practice that will hold an auto incremented ID. Number, the serial just means it automatically counts up, and then the name of a movie, and then the name of an actor. So that will be inserted in the rows. And then moving on, we moving to the exporting the data with the copy over here. So copy, what does it do? So the copy is a special PostgreSQL command used to move data between a database and a file. So basically in this case, it's exporting the result of the query to a file on the computer. And then we also basically we are moving to a CSV file. Um, the CSV also stands for a comma separated value, but in this case we used the delimiter over here instead of the commas. So it's a plain text file where each line is a row of data and values separated by a specific character with the colon. So basically the output would be a numbers and then slash the colon. Um so what does the query do before exporting? Basically it looks into the US counties 2010 table. I will just highlight to show you where I am explaining that. So basically it selects the state abbreviation, the number of housing units and the county's name, and then it sorts by housing unit count, and then it shows the top 20 counties with the most housing units. Those results get saved into the practice CSV file, which we can open like through VS Code or something like that. And then also we have the with. So what does the word mean? These options tell PostgreSQL to how to format the exported file. So format CSV means it's saving it as a CSV style plain text file, and then the header tells it to include the column names and the first line. And then the delimiter, replaces the usual comma with a colon, which is useful if the data has commas inside. So now we will go to the file and search the practice file that we have created. So over here, as you can see, the practice file opens up in VS Code, and we can see the top 20 boundaries and states and all that. And that is it for chapter 4. Thank you for watching.